Hello and welcome to Casual Learning. I'm your host, John Bannon. Today I'm going to do a video summary of Chapter 10 of my newest book, Superdeterminism Defeats Atheism. You can get this book on Amazon Kindle. Chapter 10 is entitled, Nature Cannot Cause Anything. This video is going to be a refutation of the eighth point of atheistic ideology I set forth in chapter 1 of my book, namely scientific naturalism. Scientific naturalism is the idea that science should be able to, at least theoretically, answer every question there is about our universe. And there is no need to answer questions referencing a supernatural force. That theoretically, if you understood the laws of physics completely, if there was a unified theory of everything, you would be able to explain all natural phenomena in the universe through natural processes. So this is scientific naturalism is essentially an underlying assumption of science or the scientific method. And part of the justification given for scientific naturalism is the idea that the universe is a closed system, and therefore uh, everything that happens in the universe happens within this closed system and should be explainable through its own self mechanisms. Because it's a closed system, there's no need for any outside, external, or supernatural forces in order to explain everything that occurs within the closed system. Now, Dr. Hansen proved that the universe is a predetermined static block universe without continuous causation in physics. So, Dr. Hansen is a Swedish theoretical physicist who provided this proof in 2020, which you can read for yourself. You can find it on the internet. It's entitled Bell's Theorem and Its Tests Proof that Nature is Superdeterministic, Not Random. You can find that at the physics journal Physics Essays, volume 30, number 2, published in June of 2020. So, Dr. Hansen proved that continuous causation is not real. Consequently, there cannot be a continuous causal force of nature. So, this idea that science relies on, that the previous moment causes the next moment, which causes the next moment, is false. It's fundamentally false. Uh, Many scientists believe that the laws of physics, which represent this continuous causal force of nature, cause the existence of the universe itself. But this is not true because continuous causation in physics is not real. Therefore, the laws of physics cannot actually cause the existence of the universe because they can't have the actual power to cause the existence of the universe without continuous causation in physics. Nature cannot actually cause anything because nature cannot actually cause anything without continuous causation in physics. Therefore, nature requires the supernatural in order to explain the existence of our predetermined static block universe without continuous causation in physics. Without any actual power to cause anything, nature is certainly not an omnipotent God and is not worthy of being worshipped. Deism is the belief in a supreme being who created but does not subsequently intervene in the universe, but rather sets the laws of physics in motion and then lets the universe run on its own. So that's the idea of a set it and forget it universe. So God creates the universe, poof, with his laws of physics, which set the universe in motion, and then God leaves, exits stage left. And then the universe just runs on its own. So God doesn't intervene in the running of the universe because he left it to run on its own. That's the concept of deism. However, the deist position is easily defeated by Dr. Hansen's version of superdeterminism because without continuous causation in physics, the laws of physics cannot be a continuous causal force of nature that actually causes the universe to run on its own. So Dr. Hansen's proof uh, disproves deism. The universe does not run at all because it is a static block universe. While Dr. Hansen disproved continuous causation in physics, his proof says nothing about non temporal causation outside of time. Some might refer to that concept as atemporal causation. Because our universe had to be created um, from nothing due to the perfect canceling out of the positive and negative energies in the universe under the zero energy universe theory, then this is proof that the universe must have been created outside of time because creation inside of time is impossible without continuous causation in physics. So, because our universe is contingent on nothing, but nothing doesn't have the power to cause anything, especially without continuous causation in physics, then a God must have created our universe out of nothing or ab nihilo. Consequently, the necessary creation of our predetermined static block universe outside of time cannot be explained by natural processes in the universe, um, disproving scientific naturalism, which posits that all phenomena are part of nature and can be explained by natural causes. Dr. Hansen's version of superdeterminism proves that some aspects of our universe are incapable of being explained through natural processes guided by a continuous causal force of nature, most notably the appearance of purely random events in our universe. While some people may object to this as unsatisfactory for science, it is nonetheless a fact by Dr. Hansen, which he uses science to prove. So while those who disagree and adhere to scientific naturalism assume that science is capable of answering every question raised about our universe, the truth is that our universe does not owe you any explanations. There is no continuous causal force of nature that actually causes our universe to exist. Consequently, laws of physics based on the false assumption of the existence of continuous causation in physics or a continuous causal force of nature sometimes fall short in their predictive power. So, at the quantum level, sometimes we see purely random events, purely random behavior. And that behavior is simply exhibited in our static block universe. And it doesn't have a cause that's in time. It's not caused to be that way in time. It simply exhibits itself the way it is, and that's it. There's no further explanation to be had because there is no continuous causal force of nature that could provide that explanation. So uh, that requires a supernatural explanation. And the supernatural explanation is well, God created our static block universe, including sometimes at the quantum level, an exhibition of purely random behavior. So, scientific naturalism can't prove through natural processes why certain things like the pure randomness at the quantum level exist. So, scientific naturalism can't be true. Can't be true. Without a continuous causal force of nature, um, then there's no way scientific naturalism can give you a complete answer to every behavior or event in the universe. So it has to be false. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. My next video, I will summarize chapter 11 of my book entitled Unchanging Christian Morality. Take care, everybody.